Once again, the colonizers got it wrong. The Mayans never said the world would end in 2012. They just knew the times would be a-changin' and didn't bother carving a new calendar. The Idle No More movement is leading the charge for change. Like with Occupy and the Quebec student movement, this isn't about asking what institutions can do for you. It's women and youth rising up to take back the future. Now, nobody can appreciate the travails of living on a scorched earth more than an Aboriginal woman. And young Aboriginals are more familiar than anyone with the concept of no future. Attawapiskat made Canada world famous for the third world housing and drinking water our First Nations enjoyed living beside a first world diamond mine. But instead of working with this community, Ottawa parachuted in an Indian agent. But last summer, the Supreme Court ruled that this was nothing more than naked paternalism. However, the mainstream media just ignored the story, and the Harpo gang naturally went back to turning Canada into a John Wayne movie. But this week, the Supreme Court doubled the number of Indians the Northern Duke will have to deal with. I think it's going to take more than one meeting. Now, even previously silenced Native leaders are taking action. The hunger strike by Attawapiskat Chief Teresa Spence, although not directly part of the Idle No More movement, has given it an icon. So the cons are trying to swift boat Spence by leaking a Deloitte audit. This document is intended to tar Chief Spence as a capo of a corrupt Aboriginal bureaucracy. Now, Harper's empty apology for the residential school Aboriginal culture genocide rings particularly hollow. Everybody knows the Great White Father spoke with forked tongue. Since getting his strong, stable majority, Primo Harper has been on the warpath. He has ramped up efforts to have corporate profits trump treaty rights, as well as environmental protections for 90% of Canada's rivers. Although 60% of Canadians voted against this government, traditional politics can do nothing to stop the corporatist cowboys from stealing the land and poisoning the water. The government's omnibus bills are like caterpillar bulldozers strip mining the bosom of Mother Earth. The Idle No More movement's response to this is fearless civil disobedience. Like Quebec students, they know that hey ho won't cut it anymore, bro. And if you don't believe the hype, watch APTN, the Aboriginal Al Jazeera. APTN has been broadcasting awesome reportage free from the colonial filters. Check it out, and you'll find out that Idle No More activists support the same things we all do: sustainable communities, sustainable economies, and a sustainable environment. And if you have any doubts about it being time for a change, call your travel agent and book a jet flight to Australia for a walkabout. Their beds are really burning now. In the meanwhile, turn on, tune in, and dig the party at the birth of a new Mayan era. This ain't no ghost dance. In Bolivia, Indigenous President Evo Morales has passed a Mother Earth law that guarantees the personhood of the environment. Ecuador has just passed a law constitutionally protecting its rivers. So if you're inconvenienced on a train, a bridge, or on the highway, don't be an asshole. Bear it with patience and dignity as a service to future generations. After all, if corporations are people, why shouldn't rivers and forests have civil rights too? In Toronto, for Rabble TV, I'm Humberto da Silva, not Rex Murphy.